Hello, my name is Michael Evans, and this is Cars and Boards. This time I'm going to review Tiny Epic Galaxies. I received Tiny Epic Galaxies from Battle Bins. I got the Deluxe Edition, which comes with enough for 5 players. You get the pieces. You have secret missions. You have planets to explore and conquer. Dice. Player boards. The dice track table. Rules. And inside the bottom of the box, just a quick notes for the rules. And inside the top of the box is a dice tray. Okay, now start the game. Everyone will get 4 rockets, one player board, 1 marker for diplomacy, 1 marker for energy, and 1 marker for your galactic track. Tracking your galactic track. Galactic track marker goes here, starting off. You take 2 of your ships. See this on the board where it has a spaceship. One goes here. One goes here. The other 2 standing up like this. Energy starts at 2. Diplomacy starts at 1. And you have the secret mission cards. Things like Noble. Gain 3 victory points if you have the most planets with that symbol, which we'll get to later. Hermit gains 3 victory points if you have the fewest planets. Explorer gain 2 victory points if you do not have any of your ships in your galaxy at the end of the game. This right here is your galaxy. There are other secret mission cards. When you start out, you'll get 2 and choose 1 you keep. Now along here, this is how advanced your galaxy is. Start out with, you get 2 ships, and you get 4 dice to start with. You also put out planets, such as this, equal to twice the number, or equals the number of players plus 1. And this. Now, start with, you get 4 dice to roll. You'll roll 4 dice. There are 7 dice in total, you roll 4. That's what this board comes in for. So if you're using your dice, you take your dice you're using and put it here. Next dice you're using, put it there. If you only want to use so many dice, like say you want to use those 2, you get 1 free reroll. Then you get to choose that. If you after your first reroll, you can use 1 energy and reroll as many dice as you want. Now, that's what energy does. Now, what the dice symbols mean. You got the arrow, put it down. You take one of these ships that you have standing. You can either put it down here to try to colonize, or you can put it standing up, because each planet has a power. For instance, move one of your ships to another colony track at equal levels. So say you had this here, you want to use this, you would go and move this here, which means it would be colonized. Now, so that is to utilize the power, or you can put it here to try to conquer that planet. This symbol, now you'll notice some planets have this symbol, some planets have this symbol. That's finance and diplomacy. So if this was here and you use this symbol, whenever you use that symbol, you'll be able to move one of the planets with the economic control one space. And this symbol, you'll be able to advance a diplomacy one space. So as you're advancing, once you go start here, you go through, once you get to this last symbol, the planet becomes yours. You gain the victory points, and you'll be able to use this power later on. The same for any of those, any of the other cards. You have diplomacy. Say you had your ship here, or your ship here, or even you used a ship to gain the power of the planet and want to colonize. You use the diplomacy. You would get one. You move it up one for each ship that's on a planet that has this diplomacy symbol. So, in instance, this will give you one. This will give you one. If you had this and this, that will give you two. So, a special note, you can only have one ship doing one thing on one planet. Like, you cannot do this. You cannot use the power twice. Well, another ship is on there. You cannot have two ships trying to take it over. But you can have one ship trying to take it over and one ship using the power. Now, if someone else were trying to do it, other people could, like I say, if green were playing, so you could both have it like that, trying to use the power of it, or you can both be trying to colonize the planet first. Now, like say if you were here and you got one more, what would happen if the planet would be taken? Green would get his piece back, his ship back. You would get your ship back to your home galaxy, and another card would come out. Energy works a similar way, but your home galaxy has energy, so that means if you have a ship standing up in your galaxy, or ships on a galaxy on a planet that has the power, you would gain one for each one. So in this case, you would gain two, one for your home galaxy, one for that planet. Then you have utilize colony. Now, if you have no planet, your only colony power you can utilize is upgrade your empire. To upgrade your empire, you have to look to the next power. So in this case, you'd have to spend two of either energy or diplomacy, or energy or politics, but one or the other, but not both. So like I say, you go boom like that, but you could not do do 1 and then 1. You cannot split it. It has to all come from the same power source. To go from here, go to level 2, you need 3. So like I say, so if you had like this, you can, and you had rolled that, you can choose to either go 1, 2, 3 and go here, or you could use 3 from your energy. But when you go here on 2, you still have 2 rockets, but you get to use 5 dice and you get 1 extra point. If you go here, you would get 3 rockets. You would have 5 dice and you would get 2 victory points. And the same goes for up here, all along. Now, when you're getting energy or politics, you cannot go beyond 7. So anything over that would be wasted. If you had this planet and you get this, you can either use upgrade if you had enough, or you can use the power from your planet you've colonized. So any planet you've taken over, you can now use you get their points, and you can utilize their powers once you roll this symbol. That's the dice. Energy lets you re-roll after your first re-roll, after your first free re-roll. Diplomacy lets you follow an action. So let's say green had a move and decided to go here. I could go, okay, spending 1 diplomacy, I'm going to move this here. And it's the same as any symbol. If they had gotten this and upgraded their empire, and you had that, and you had this, you could go spend 1 politics, and you would be able to either advance your empire if you had enough energy or politics, or you can use a tower from one of your colonies. Basically, what the diplomacy does, it lets you follow the dice that they use. Now, let's say you rolled 4 dice. You can use this, you re-roll, or you use 1. So 4 dice, use 1. Now, none of these good. You re-roll them again. Still can't use them. You could take 2 useless dice to change this to a dice that you can use. So if you have no energy and you have at least 3 dice you can't use after you re-roll, you can at least turn one of them into something useful. And like I say, the higher up you go, the more ships you get. Eventually you get all 7 dice and 8 bonus points. The game goes until you get 21 points. Now that's pretty much the game for Tiny Epic Galaxies. I got the deluxe version. It has solo rules, which I never tried. It also has an expansion, satellites and super weapons. I've never tried that either. But I have played this quite a few times since I got it. Now, when I first saw it, when I first opened up my battle bin and saw this, and I was like, "Oh, cool! That looks interesting." I've been seeing that on various places. I never got it. I never got around to picking up. I've recently seen it on Kickstarter. They're kickstarting Tiny Epic Galaxies Into the Black. I almost picked it up, but I thought, no, the shipping is not quite right. I don't know how worth it is. I really regret that now. I played this, like I say, I saw it looked interesting. I did not realize how much fun I was going to have playing it. I really, really enjoy it. My wife kept looking at us, oh, that looks stupid. Then we kept playing it, like, oh, that's really fun. Then next time, like, do you want to play again? Oh, that looks stupid. She was like, oh, wait, I remember this game. It was fun. And we played again. So, really good game. I love it. It's basically a tiny 4X game that works. I cannot recommend it enough. If you get a chance, give it a shot. Probably in my top 5 games, definitely. think that's all I have to say about that. If you see it, give it a shot. It's a lot more a lot more fun than it looks. I think that's about it. Thank you, and thank you for watching.